After making it to the famous medieval bridge in Puente la Reina, we continued our slow Camino, taking our time through another beautiful stretch of the Camino Francés with a couple fun stops along the way. We're not racing to Santiago. This is our second Camino Francés, and we are taking it slower this time, trying to average about 10 miles a day. In this video, we'll cover our 4-day walk from Puente la Reina to Logroño. If we were following the traditional Camino stages, this would take 3 days. We gave ourselves 4 for this slower Camino. This section is full of medieval villages, vineyards, Templar history, and of course, the legendary Irache Wine Fountain. For day 6, we walked from Puente la Reina to Lorca. This 13.1 kilometer or 8.1 mile walk is just over half the distance to the traditional stage ending in Estella. We needed a shorter day after our 3 long days from Roncesvalles.
Buenos dias, this is day 6, September 9th, 2025. We're leaving
Puente la Reina
on a short day. Big day yesterday, 25K or so, 40,000 steps on the watch. That bridge behind us is 11th century bridge. We walked over it to get to here for a photo op, and off we go. What do you got, man?
We're heading to Lorca today, so this is our first day that we're off stage, so we're pretty excited about our short day.
Puente la Reina is one of the first towns built specifically for pilgrims. In the 11th century, the Queen ordered the construction of the famous 6-arch stone bridge, 7 arches if you count the one underground, so pilgrims from the Camino Francés and the Camino Aragonés could merge and cross the river safely. Walking over it today really does feel like stepping back in time. The path quickly opens into classic Navarra scenery, vineyards, farmland, and huge views in every direction. One of the standout moments of the day is the approach to Cirauqui, one of our favorite town approaches on the entire Camino. The path winds through vineyard terraces and olive groves towards this beautiful hilltop village. Equally memorable, the exit from Cirauqui takes you across a real Roman bridge, part of an ancient Roman road. The foundations date back nearly 2,000 years, and the Camino has followed this route for over a millennium. From there, the trail continues through peaceful countryside before reaching Lorca, a quiet Camino village where we enjoyed a peaceful evening. The walk from Lorca to Villamayor de Monjardín is at 18.1 kilometers or 11.2 miles. Since this was one of our longer days, we left a little before sunrise and were rewarded with a spectacular morning sky across the wheat fields. Even with the short days, we preferred leaving with the first morning light to catch these beautiful sunrises, as you'll see in the next few videos. We passed the small Ermita de San Miguel, a 12th century Romanesque hermitage that once served as a spiritual stop for medieval pilgrims entering Estella. We also started seeing the clusters of Mediterranean land snails clinging to the tall weeds, a quirky little detail that always makes this stretch memorable. Next up was the historic town of Estella. We tried to visit the Church of the Holy Sepulchre, which was closed, and then looked up the many stairs to the Iglesia de San Pedro de la Rua and decided our legs weren't in the mood. Shortly after Estella, we hit 2 Camino favorites. First, the Forge of Ayegui. where we picked up Camino shell necklaces with a Tau cross. The ironwork here is beautiful, but the tiny shell pendant was all the weight we wanted to add to our packs. Just a short distance down the path is the Irache Wine Fountain, where pilgrims can choose between water and wine. Because we were off stage, we arrived later in the day and there was only a trickle left, just enough for a celebratory sip from our shells.
Hola, buenos dias.
Buenos dias.
Here we are, September 10th, 2025.
Day 7 on the Camino.
Day 7 on the Camino. We got over 100K done, so 7 or 8 tenths or fractions. Behind us there's the famous free wine spigot, which is pretty empty. Late in the day, we got here late. Wasn't expecting any in there. They only put so much in a day. Not sure how much that is, but there it is. Very famous. And we also got our fancy bling today from our forger just before the free wine. Okay, buen camino.
Buen Camino.
A little further on, we enjoyed a quick break in Asqueta, a tiny Camino village with benches strategically placed at the top of a steeper hill, a perfect spot to recharge before the steady climb toward Villamayor. From Asqueta, the path climbs gently toward Villamayor de Monjardín, guided by the silhouette of the hilltop castle. We spent the night in a beautifully restored farmhouse, the kind of place where the kitchen was once the animals' quarters, a peaceful and memorable end to the day. Day 8 took us 19.9 kilometers or 12 miles from Villamayor de Monjardín to Torres del Río. We left at sunrise again with that soft golden light stretching our shadows across the path. This whole day takes you through classic Navarra country, wheat fields, vineyards, and olive groves rolling for miles. There are no services for 12 kilometers or 7.5 miles between Villamayor and Los Arcos, so we were thrilled when we spotted an unexpected food truck offering hot coffee and snacks along the way. A little further down the trail, we paused to watch a shepherd minding her flock, another timeless Camino scene. The walk into Los Arcos came with an enthusiastic Goose greeting us at the town entrance. I'll show more about geese on the Camino when we get to Logroño. Los Arcos itself is lovely, with its impressive Iglesia de Santa Maria, a blend of Gothic and Baroque architecture. The church was closed during this visit, but we'd seen the interior on our last Camino, and it's incredible. We stopped for an Aquarius, the lightly flavored electrolyte drink that's hugely popular with pilgrims. Think of it like a gentler, less sweet version of Gatorade. From Los Arcos, the trail winds through more vineyards and wheat fields before entering Sansol, and just beyond it, our home for the night, Torres del Rio, recognizable to many pilgrims from the Way movie as the location of the fictional albergue Casa Ramon. Torres del Rio has strong Templar roots, and our albergue embraced that history with Templar symbols throughout the building. The highlight here is the Iglesia de Santo Sepulcro, a rare 12th century Templar church built in an octagonal, hexagonal design. The interior feels peaceful and slightly mystical, another great ending to the day. Day 9 is another long day. Well, long for us. 20.2 kilometers or 12.6 miles from Torres del Rio to Logroño. Once again, we leave before sunrise. Torres del Río celebrated a festival all night and well into the morning, which meant no cafes open and no morning coffee for us. Shortly after leaving town, we passed a cluster of rocks where pilgrims leave notes tucked underneath, wishes, prayers, and quiet hopes carried along the trail. They are connected to the hermitage of the Virgin of Pollo, a simple stone hermitage overlooking the valley. From there, the path climbs gently before turning into a long, sunny walk through the vineyards and wheat fields all the way to Viana. As you enter the old town through the city gate, be sure to look back. Viana welcomes pilgrims with a carved Throne of Grace Trinity, a traditional blessing placed there to protect travelers. Viana was founded in 1219 as a fortified border town, later becoming an important Camino stop known for its noble houses, defensive walls, and as the burial place of Cesare Borgia. I love Viana with its medieval buildings draped with colorful flags. Our walk through Viana was one of our most memorable days back in September 2023. We had record rainfall, we were soaked. Even with all the rain, it's a day I look back on fondly. From Viana, the path continues downhill towards La Rioja, the second major wine region of the Camino Francés. Vineyards become the defining feature of the landscape from here on. To enter Logroño, you cross the stone bridge over the Ebro River. The walkway leading to the bridge features Camino de Santiago roses in full bloom when we were there in early September. After checking into our hotel and hitting the laundromat, we headed out for pinchos, but first I insisted we find the game of the Goose. Next to the Church of Santiago el Real, there is a giant Camino-themed version of this ancient board game, which many believe was created by the Knights Templar. The game itself is a lot like Chutes and Ladders. You roll dice and move through a spiral of shortcuts, challenges, and setbacks, just like the Camino with its highs and lows. Landing on a goose space is good luck. You get to jump ahead, just as small moments and kindness or inspiration move pilgrims forward. On the Camino, geese symbolize protection, guidance, and good luck. Symbols representing a goose footprint along the Camino or geese in religious art remind pilgrims they're following ancient migratory paths. After getting the game of the Goose out of my system, we visited the church, then headed to Calle San Laurel, one of the best streets for pinchos and Rioja wine. It's a lively, delicious way to celebrate reaching Logroño. We didn't plan any rest days this Camino, but if we had, Logroño would have been on the list. This 4-day Camino stretch has so much variety: medieval bridges, Templar architecture, endless vineyards, tiny villages, a wine fountain, and a great food scene. On our next video, we'll continue through La Rioja as we make our way towards Najera and Santo Domingo de la Calzada. If you like Camino stories, this town has one of the best. Chickens this time. Thanks for watching. We've included links to our Camino itinerary below, including where we stayed. In the meantime, buen Camino.